color kids, this is Katie Carty Hiley from RainbowBrite.net. Welcome back to the Rainbow Land Museum. And I think I only did one merch haul for July, but for August, I've got 3 to do today. So there may be more later in the month, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I know is coming later this month. So I might spread these out, but I might not, because I also just get really excited whenever I do videos and I want to just like shower you with them. But I'm just going to go in order kind of that they were received. This is not order of importance by any means. Yeah, y'all are going to really love a couple of these. But I'm going to start with the least, I don't want to say the least lovable. They're all great. Whatever. But since I just washed my hands, I'm going to first show y'all something that needs clean hands to handle. I got off of eBay a couple more of the Rainbow Brite comics. Now these are it's issue 1, but they made a blank cover. I forget which letter it is. There's like cover A, B, C, D, whatever. But one of them is blank white so that you can draw on it, or artists can draw on it. You would not want me to draw on it. But these are done by Ken Hazer, and I'm going to open them in a second because he did the front and the back of both of these, and they're amazing. He did them for, I just pulled it up, Dynamite. No, I'm sorry, not Dynamite. Dynamite's the name of the company who did the comics. DynamicForces.com is, maybe that's the company he works for, I'm not sure. I was just looking at their site, and they do sell comics, but they also seem to sell a decent amount of hand-drawn comics like this, that have a blank cover that artists can draw on. So maybe that's something they specialize in. I'm not sure. Check out their website. But Ken Hazer, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, did both of these. And let me take it out of the plastic so you're not just staring at the glare. So I'm going to show you both sides anyway. But they both have rainbow and twink on them, which I just thought that was so stinking adorable, that he bothered doing the front and the back. And they're different poses, like it's not the exact same Rainbow Brite, and I'll hold it up beside, yeah, I can set that there, when I show you rainbow so you can see the difference. So here's Twink, and how cute is he? Oh my god. Like, I think I would have bought this auction if it was just the one, but there were 2 in one auction. So this was eBay, did I say that? I don't know. Yeah, I just happened across this and was like, oh yes please. So here's this rainbow. She's just so darn cute. And yeah, it's similar to the other one, but as you can see, it's different. She's in a slightly different pose. Just love her big eyes and her huge hair and her color belt and all that. Just all of it. It's great. And I guess markers are his medium, at least on these, as far as I can tell. Like, he did such a good job that you can barely tell that this was hand-drawn. It's like, was this printed on? But I can see a couple little spots here and there where the color went outside the lines, just barely. Oh, and oh wow, I just noticed that he used paint on her eyes. The dots on her eyes, this probably won't show up for you guys, but they're actually shiny. I'm sorry, I probably am not going to be able to make that actually show up for y'all, but I mean, it's not super shiny, but there's just a little bit of, maybe shiny? Yeah, it is shiny, but it's more just, I can tell that they are different. Yeah, you can actually feel them. They just, I don't know how to describe it. You know, I can't describe things really well sometimes. But I love this one very much. Great job, Ken. And then I will show you the second one. Well, I've already shown you a part of the second one, but I want to show you all of it. It's equally adorable. Because yeah, the auction had pictures of both sides of each. So I knew what I was getting. Sorry, I just remembered that the twink was so cute. So now you can see Rainbow better without the glare of the plastic on her. And then here's the other twink. And he's also adorable. And that's a much more classic twink stance. I did the same thing on the back of this one with the eyes. The dots are paint instead of marker, which would make sense if you're using marker to make black eyes. You would have to use paint on top of that to make white. And actually on the front, there's a few in her eyes, and right here, that's also paint. Yeah, there's no way for me to show this to y'all. I'm really sorry, but I can just hold it in the light a certain way, and it has a little sheen to it, so I can see it. On Twink, oh, and actually, nope, it's his eyes, and there's the little pink spot right here on his nose is also paint. That's really cute that he just, oh, there's some more down here. Yeah, just there's little painted accents here and there, but let me hold the twinks up beside each other since I did the same with the rainbows. Like, if I had to pick a favorite, it would be this one, just because he's so happy and, oh, love it. But they're both so adorable. So this is only my, don't I have one of these already that's drawn on? I think so. Like, I have several blank ones that I guess I always intended to send to or take to a convention or whatever, to an artist to have them draw or paint on it or whatever. But no conventions happening this year, and even in the past couple of years when I could have done that, I never remembered to, so it never got done. But there was one I bought at a convention that was already done. The artist had already, like, he brought it to the convention done, and I was just like, oh my god, yes, thank you, I will take that home with me. And I'm sure I showed it off to you at the time. It's beautiful. But I think these are the only other two now that I own that are drawn on by artists. So thanks, Ken Heiser. I hope I'm saying your name right. You're an excellent artist, and I love your work. So do some more. Like, some more Rainbow Brite characters would be great. Like, put Stormy on the front, or I don't know, Moonglow, some of the people we don't see so often and stuff. Okay, next I'm going to show off these beauties. I just never got around to getting a pair of these, and there's a seller on Instagram who may still have some more if you're interested. Their username is Hooked by Natalie. So hooked, like hooked by, and then Natalie's Natalie. So yeah, check them out. They have a few different colors. I just like the yellow because it was so happy and bright. I think they had red, and there's like a dark blue, maybe a green as well. But I just liked the yellow, and none of the cards were perfect. They were all a little bent or dinged or whatever, but it's fine. It's not in horrible condition. I'm just glad that it's still in the packaging at all. So the glasses themselves are in perfect condition. And, oh yeah, this is a Cat's Meow product. They're the ones that did a lot of the jewelry back in the 80s. So Cat's Meow, San Francisco, California, made in Hong Kong, 1983 Hallmark cards. And this was sold originally at Toys R Us for 97 cents. Oh my god, can y'all see that? 97 cents. I wonder if that was like the real price or a sale price. There's not like a second sticker. Either way. Dang. So I love adding those to the collection. Then I got, and I think these were all off of Depop, that app that I told y'all about a while back. Got some more t-shirts. And these are all, you know, from the, yeah, like mid-2000s, maybe. Yeah, like era. Well, one of these is the same era as this junk food shirt, and it's another junk food shirt. So here, I'll just show you that one first. And it's this. And I used to have, or maybe I still do. No, you know, I think I returned it. funny story. I had this shirt, so I think I have at least a picture or two of me somewhere wearing it. If I can find one and it's not a horrible picture, maybe I'll put it here. But I may not even have any pictures of me wearing it, come to think. I don't know. Anyway, I had this shirt, but in light blue, like my favorite color, like the color of my walls blue. But that, whatever they use to dye material, that color, that aqua blue, reacts really badly with, I don't know if it's the aluminum or some ingredient in deodorants, and it will literally turn the shirt like yellow or green or a weird color in the armpits when you sweat, or maybe even if you don't sweat, just wearing the deodorant in the shirt will screw up the shirt. So I think I actually took that one back to Hot Topic, and I was just like, hey, like, I wore this shirt once and it's ruined because the armpits are now yellow, and like I had washed it, and it's not like it was something that would wash out. It literally like changed the color of that part of the shirt. And I think for a while that was like a thing. So it was hard to even find shirts that were that color, because I think they knew that most people wore aluminum containing deodorants that would do that. And I'm really curious because I don't wear, I still wear deodorant, but I don't wear, the one I use now is native deodorant that does not have aluminum in it. And I'm really curious if I could wear a shirt of that color. I mean, I have other shirts of that color or similar colors that has not happened to. So maybe they just cheaped out and used a weird dye. Whatever. Long story short, I now have this shirt in another color. Since I think I did return the other one. I'll look, like maybe I still have it. It's a little big, but not too big. I'll wear it. It looks comfy. It looks a comfy size. And then, where do I have to put these? Right there, I'll do. Then these two are Changes shirts, which you always know a Changes shirt. Well, by the tag it says Changes, but also they're the ones that did all the ringer tees back in the early to mid 2000s. And this is just a design I had never seen before, and I was like, wait, what? I don't remember that one. So I had to have it, even though it's kind of massive. But this color the world with love, and it's in really good shape. Like, I'm not sure this was ever worn, or maybe only worn a couple of times. Like, yeah, maybe the pits are a little dark. That might just be the shadows. I don't know. Because, white shirts, they also can stain from deodorant, which is just a shame, but it happens. Sorry, there was fuzz. But I love that it's glittery. And yeah, this design is in perfect shape. There are a lot of these shirts that were just stored improperly, I guess you could say. Like, if this had been folded, say, on top of itself and stored in a hot attic, then because it's like a sticker, I mean, this is like it's not sticky, but it's, I don't know how to describe that kind of decal, but it can stick to itself, and then you pull it apart and it can kind of rip the image, or some of this side will transfer to this side. I've seen stuff like that happen on a lot of these, but this one was clearly not stored that way. It was either folded backwards or not, I don't know, hung up, but it's in beautiful condition, and I love this design so much. So, all about the glitter, all about just this whole thing. So there's one of them. And then, oh shush. Sorry, my nose is running because allergies are a thing. Even when you stay inside all the time, it's really annoying. Ugh, you would think staying indoors you'd be safe. And we have like pretty good filters on our AC vents, whatever. Oh, that's not an original tag. I was like, was this one never worn? But I think that's just the tag from the person I bought it from. Must make their own tag. But this one again, let me look real quick. I'm gonna show it to you, don't worry. Yeah, this also is in perfect shape. There has been no transfer of paint or sticker or whatever from one side to another, no cracks in it. That's another thing that can happen over time with washing and wear. The design can start to crack or peel. But this is one of the raver designs that they came out with. There were several. There, I think that shows it a little better. But this might be my favorite because it's got the sprites in on it too with their glow sticks. I think there's one that's just Patty, if I remember correctly, or maybe it's just Rainbow and Patty. I'm gonna have to go back and look through my pictures because I'm not sure if I own that one. I would have to, yeah, I'll have to look through my shirts. And I have, over 100 of them, so that would take a while. But I just love it. Like, I love their outfits so much. I remember making pants like this in the late 90s. I would take, look at Rainbow Brite's pants. Okay, so just imagine ripping the seam on the side of your jeans and then sewing in another fabric in that gap and turning them basically into bell bottoms. I did that with a few pairs of jeans. Again, I don't know if I still have pictures of those, but oh, I loved those jeans. They were the best. And I would use 80s cartoon sheets. So I don't, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I made a Rainbow Brite pair just out of respect for the Rainbow Brite sheets. I did not want to cut them up, but I could be wrong. I think I had a Smurfs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used Smurfs and maybe He-Man? I don't, that's gonna bug me. And I wish I still had them, but it's so weird. I have some things that I'm like, why do I still have this? And then other things that I wish I still had are gone. And I'm like, what did I ever do with those? But whatever. I'm really happy to have this shirt now. And yeah, this is just the seller's tag, I think, but it's another Changes shirt. This is not as big. It's still wide, but it's shorter. This is a youth large. Yeah, so they, and that was the style of the day too, though, is short shirts. So they would make, they were making them in youth sizes, but not actually for kids. I mean, kids could wear them, obviously, but they knew their audience. Excuse me. And their audience were, late teens, early 20-somethings that wanted to show off their bellies because that was the thing at the time. This one is an adult extra large, this one. So it's big and long. But yeah, no, there are many, I don't know. I make a note of how many shirts I have in my collectibles list, but I don't list out every single one or their sizes or what company they were made by. That would take too freaking long. I make the document so very long. So I don't know, but I definitely remember buying youth size shirts back in that time period. I would even, not with Rainbow Brite, but I think I had, yeah, I definitely did. I had a couple of Pokemon shirts. I had a Harry Potter shirt that I bought out of the kids section at some department store, but I could wear them because that was the style to have short shirts. And small-chested me, I could squeeze into them. I mean, they were tight. I'm not saying they were comfy, but I could wear them, so I did. I had a Squirtle shirt because he was always my favorite Pokemon. I know so little about Pokemon. Don't think I didn't watch a lot of it. I watched some, but that was not a big thing for me. I just remember thinking Squirtle was adorable. So I have a few little Squirtle figures and that shirt, or did have that shirt. I can't find it now. Again, it's one of those where did that go? I loved that shirt. But anyway, I still have the Mewtwo shirt, which I don't like as much, but at least it's still around. And that old Harry Potter shirt, it's gone. What the heck? I mean, I have a ton of Harry Potter shirts now, so it's not like I'm wanting for Harry Potter shirts. But I would like to have that old original one. Okay, so this next thing, actually, wait, before I show you the actual thing, Or do I want to show you the thing first? Let me show you the thing first. Okay. This is a really rare thing. That's why I'm saving it for the end of this video. I like save the best for last kind of thing. So Renee found this on eBay and pointed me towards it. Thank you, Renee. And it was something neither one of us had ever seen. And we're like, wait, what? This exists? Like, did they actually sell these? Because we've never seen them before. If any of you have seen it before, tell me, because I'm just curious, but we never had. Walkie-talkie telephones. This is the coolest thing I may have ever seen. Just in turn, like, not cutest or most creative, but just cool. Because legit, where's the picture? That's on, oh, okay, it's on the top here. So, you can wall mount it, like, some of you youngsters may not know what I'm talking about. Phones used to be mounted to the wall, and you had to stand there at the wall to talk, because the cords weren't all that long. Or even with a long cord, you couldn't go far. Or you could have a phone that was like sitting on a table or, you know, a side table, something like that was another option. But these phones, you could do the same thing to. You could wall mount it, or you could just have it on your bed, on your table, whatever. And they would work like walkie-talkies. So, like, you could be in one room, your sibling in another room of the house, and y'all can talk to each other over your phones. I put in quotes. And I think this is just the coolest darn thing. Like, I would have loved to have something like this with my brother. Like, he wouldn't have put a Rainbow Brite phone in his room, I don't think. But if there had been, like, He-Man ones, oh yes. Oh yes. We would have used this all the time. I mean, we were right next door to each other, so we were always in each other's rooms talking and hanging out. But it would have just been so fun to just, I don't know. And I really am curious, like, what the signal strength is, like how far away you could get and they still work. Like, if you lived right next door to a friend, could your friend have one in their house and y'all could talk on them? I don't know. And I'm not ever taking these out to test them because they are meant in box. There is, and I honestly think this is just an age thing, and I don't even know. Yeah, y'all can see it. Okay, you can see where the tape was. It's basically just disintegrated. Like, I can feel it. There's still like residue, but it is like, it's no longer holding this shut. But it's not that it was cut. I'm like 99.9% confident about that. This was not ever cut, because it was certainly never retaped. Which generally when you open something like that, you retape it to cover your tracks or something. But same thing on this side. It just deteriorated, so it's like, but, oh yeah, let me show you the back that shows you a better image of what the phones actually look like. Like, look at the star buttons. How cool is that? And just the artwork on the top and the side of the phones. I love it so much. They run on, I think, 9-volt batteries. Let's say that. Oh, I know it says it somewhere. Yes, 9-volt battery, not included. Which is good, because it would have corroded and ruined something by now if it had been. Yeah, on off switch, push to talk switch, single tone buttons, wall mount or desktop, coil cord antenna? The cord is the antenna? Okay, I'm gonna have to ask my husband about that. That seems like it's shielded. Like it's in plastic. The cord, the coil cords. When I think of an antenna on a walkie-talkie, I think of like the metal thing you pull out the top to get better range. How could this be an antenna? Okay, that's blowing my mind right now. But it's under the same bullet point. Okay, I'm gonna ask about that, because that's, although, inside the antenna, the coil cords are actually white. They're not red, as pictured. How sad. I don't really care that much, but I like it better with the red now that I've seen that. Oh well. But yeah, the stickers are definitely still on them. Perfect, because it's never been opened. Oh, I love this so much, y'all. Like, I almost want a second set so I can, like, install them in the house. And me and my husband can use them. Like, I'll be downstairs and he'll be upstairs, and not like we can't actually call each other on our cell phones, but that's no fun. This would be fun. Oh, and it's made by, yeah, there's this again, coil cord antenna. This is blowing my mind. Okay, anyway, just saw it. Okay, 1983 Hallmark. Made in Taiwan by the Ertl company. It's ERTL. Dyersville, Iowa. Subsidiary of Kid Inc. KIDDE. Oh, and then it says Vanity Fair by Ertl up here as well. So, yeah. So that got Renee really curious about this company because they're the same ones that made several of the other Rainbow Brite, or I guess all, I should say, of the other Rainbow Brite audio equipment. Let me just show you. Because this got her deep diving, like, how have we never seen this before? Did they actually sell these in stores and we just have never seen one? I don't know. So she found a seller who was selling, who is this? Oh yeah, it does say Ertl at the bottom. Destination Imagination. So this is the Ertl catalog from 1986. Because she was curious if it would be in here, and it is! And the seller had multiples of these catalogs, so I bought one too. So let me show you the other things that you will probably recognize. And I think I have, if I don't have all of these, I have most of them. For some reason, I feel like I might be missing this one, but I just need to look downstairs is what I need to do. But I think I'm almost positive I have the rest. So if I'm missing any, it's that one. But I don't think that one's super rare, although look at the headphones. It came with star headphones. That's the coolest thing. That just makes me smile so big. I want the head. Like, I know by now they would have deteriorated into nothing probably, or if you touch them they would just fall apart, but I still want them. Or want companies to make headphones that look that way. Like, where are our old school foam headphones? Like, those things were comfy. Earbuds could hurt after a while. I want some old school headphones again. But yeah, so here we have the walkie-talkie phones, along with all of the other radios and the record player up there, and this tape player. So yeah, all of the rest of these we had known about, we've seen, we have in our collections, but that telephone, yeah, no idea. No idea if it was just they only made a few of them for some reason. I just don't know. So y'all are gonna have to tell me if y'all had those as a kid. Please tell me, because that's so cool and I want to know how you used them, because I just love it. I love it so much, and I love that that's a thing that I now have in my collection too. Like, even if I can't excuse me can't actually use them, I have them, and oh gosh, though, the shelf that those are on, I don't know that that's going to fit. I may have to do some reorganizing. Although, with all the new stuff I'm getting and will still be getting, I think it's time that right here, I'm gonna have to put up another shelf. I mean, that's the last place a shelf can go, so hope I can make it work. But, well, I know it'll fit there. Like, we've done the measurements and we have the shelf. We just haven't assembled it and put it there. But then I have to figure out where to put this jumbo itty bitty and then the pillow dolls. I don't know. There's no room. There's be like in the middle of the floor, and I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so I might move the radios up here and then put something else downstairs where the other ones are. I don't know. But real quick before I go, this isn't anything like new that I didn't already have, but it's just sweet. A friend of mine from the Harry Potter podcast that I'm on, he's no longer on the podcast, but he was for several years, and he's a dear friend, my good friend Michael Harley, found these in a used bookstore in his hometown not too long ago. Actually, maybe it has been a while, because I think he's been holding on to these for a long time. We both were holding on to things for each other, and we finally got around to shipping them this year. So thanks, COVID. Like, you got us finally to ship things to each other. But it's just, they are pristine copies, and they're second printings of both of these books, so I'm happy about that. I'm always interested to see, like, which printing I have, and I, again, have not made notes of which ones I have first printings of, if I have any. To tell, let's see if I can get to that real quick, and this thing might cut me off. It might not. If it does, I can edit it. It's fine. You have to go to the title page and look at the very bottom. Oh, way down here, which is not lit at all. Sorry. There's like a series of letters of the alphabet, and this one starts with the letter B, so it's B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, blah. If it had an A, that would be a first printing, but because it starts with B, that's a second printing. So if you're curious what printing you have, just count how many letters are missing, and yeah, that's how you can tell. But the other thing I love about these, over the fact that they were given to me by a dear friend, and that they were in pristine condition, look who's on the back of this one. Some little kid put a Loki sticker, and it's a shiny Loki sticker on the back of this book, and I just think that's the cutest doggone thing, because he's one of my favorite She-Ra characters, and he just looks like he fits into Rainbow Land. I mean, he would fit in here so well. I really need to get somebody to, like, custom make me a Loki doll someday, and just hide him somewhere in the Rainbow Land Museum. I'm totally gonna do that. But anyway, and real quick, minifig. He's big into Legos, and he found this minifig. It was still in the blind bag, sorry. But he's really good at feeling around the blind bags and molesting them, as he says, to figure out what's inside them. And he was pretty certain that he had found the rainbow bear for me, but he was not 100%, so I had to send him photo confirmation that his skills are in fact intact, and I got the rainbow bear. So he'll be in the museum somewhere too, just as a rando, why not, reminder of my good friend Michael. So I will go on to the next video, because this one's super long. Hope y'all enjoyed that stuff. I know I am. And see y'all soon. Have Rainbow Day. Bye. So, that funny story that I made mention of in text in the video, I'm not camera ready, so I'm just going to record the audio for this one. Turns out, I went downstairs after making that video to, in fact, look to see which radios I did and didn't have, and guess what I found? I already had the walkie-talkie phones in box. I already had them. I had completely forgotten that I had them. They're probably even in my document of things I own and didn't even check. I just assumed I didn't have them and had never seen them before, because it had been a while, clearly, since I had looked at them or thought about them. So I just bought them immediately, paid like over $100, I think, for those suckers when I already had them. This is why I need to update my collectibles list real bad. It is a priority. It just has not been a top priority, but it clearly needs to move up the priority list, because I'm rebuying things I already have accidentally. Like, sometimes I did that on purpose, but this was a complete accident. Although this new set is, like, the box is in better shape. So at least there's that. And, you know, maybe now that I know they're not so rare, like, that's not the only one in existence, maybe I will open, because the other one's the same way, where it the tape had deteriorated, so I could easily open it and actually try them out. So I might actually do that with the other set, since their box isn't in great shape already. So yeah, I'll report back and let y'all know how that goes. But I just wanted to let you in on that ridiculous story that I just could not believe once I went and looked. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? Really? And I'm also missing the star-shaped radio. I thought for some reason that I had gotten that at some point, but I didn't see it anywhere. Again, I will look at my document and make sure it's not on there because maybe I just stuck it somewhere random in the museum and it's not with the other radios. But yeah, that's my story. Fun times. I hope y'all are having a good laugh at my expense. You should, because I am laughing at myself too. Okay, bye.